There we go. It's Crockett 36, and this is No Limits house rule game. And we are, let's see, game 12, round 6. And this is US turn and also UK Europe. I'll do UK Europe after, actually. So I'm on the phone with No Limit right now. All these white dice are where American troops are. Now, I've got large space in the middle. Eurasia basically is not set up. But I can tell you from the fog of war situation that there's a large force in Calcutta. There's a large force in Hunan. There's a large force of Chinese in Sichuan. There's Japanese Navy all over the Money Islands. And there's a good-sized force in Caucasus. And also a good-sized force of, no, I'm sorry, there's not a good-sized force in Caucasus. There's a good-sized force in Stalingrad of armor and infantry in Rostov, but there's a huge Russian force in Tambov, as well as smaller, large forces in Samara and Moscow. And then the Germans also have a strong force in Leningrad. But the important thing for us is what's going on over here. So over here, these are spread out, but these are all right there in Gibraltar, and they're about to move and land in a huge Normandy invasion. My purchases for this turn are not 4 but 5 infantry, and 4 artillery, 4 transports, and 1 bomber, and then $1 left over. So let's get to our actions. We do have 3 combats this time. We have the invasion of Normandy with a large force in 110, symbolized by that sort of coin-shaped thing. And the force is a multinational force of French, American, and British. And then we are going to send a raid against the 113 fleet, and we're going to see if he wants to scramble. And then we're going to take over Norway. Let's see what we're doing. Any word from Schulze yet? No word from Schulze. Okay, well, let's do the obvious stuff. So we do have a two infantry that are defending. And I am invading with 4 infantry on 4 transports, 3 mech, and an artillery off of Gibraltar. And then off of London, I have 3 transports with 3 men, and then and 2 artillery and a mech, and then 2 infantry are also loading up onto destroyers, which can carry 1 infantry as long as they don't commit to the battle. As far as the 110 attack, which we're waiting on, 113 attack, that will involve a fighter, a diver from the carrier, 4 bombers, 1 bomber from Gibraltar, 2 fighters from London, and yeah, that will do. So those are our attacks, and there we go. Okay, so then the German battleship and the cruiser fire back. They're already dead. And 1 hits. So I think we will take a fighter off, obviously. I think that's the obvious one. So we will put the fighter and the diver back in London. And one of the fighters. 2 of the fighters go to the diver will go back on the boat, and the plane will go. One of the planes will go back in the boat, and the fighter from the carrier will go back to London. Okay, and then the 5 bombers I will land in just a minute in London. Okay, so actually that was the last battle. So now it's non-combats. So we were going to take 2 infantry from Gibraltar on the bomber and take it to London. Okay, and then we were going to Oh, I need an American flag for Normandy Bordeaux. And there's nothing particularly interesting about 110. I just landed stuff. And I'm going to take the men from East Coast, 4 of them on transports, 3 of them on transports, and 1 of them on 2 of them on bombers. So 5 men in total, and 1 anti-aircraft in total go to Gibraltar on 1 bomber and 2 transports. Okay, and then that's 6 bombers up there. Okay, yep. And we're going to now move over. We're going to move the, there's a single infantry in India. He's staying there. And a destroyer off in 76 is going to move into the danger zone, into the med. Okay. And then we're going to move over to C-Zone 10. C-Zone 10 is going to move out to Hawaii, carrying with it 2 infantry and an anti-aircraft. And I think that's it. All right. All right, let me put my stuff down, and then we will take a short break, and then we will do our... Oh, and the transport. I got to kill the transport. Right? Oh, I had more than enough kills. Yes, I had more than enough kills to kill the transport, because he has a transport that runs away, but only if I overkilled. So if I had only killed the battleship and the cruiser, the transport could have tried to run away after surviving another round of combat. Okay, so I'm putting my bomber in East Coast, and put 5 guys in the East Coast, and then I'll put 4 artillery in Central, and 4 transports in Central.